I'm going to present you a new concept. It means not a new concept, it is a quite common concept about a dictionary. Why do you use dictionary? Why it has an important role in our day-to-day life means linguistically that English language learns. And always try to understand me. You see, you are the learners and you need to learn about why it has an important role to follow a standard dictionary. Or either just you can use your this called mother tongue related to English. It's linguistically different, it may differ. But before that, you need to know, before learning English, you are always introduced to have a language. And that is strong enough, which may help you to develop your concept and your writings and in your usual life. How long I describe you about what is this linguistical language is important and has a great role in our student life to gain knowledge, to develop our activity, to write, to speak, to deliver, and to make others understand. So, how to use dictionary effectively, actively, so that you can understand a word and its meaning. And usually we do not know, or either just we are sometimes become confused about a word. As examples, but. The word but, it has in concise dictionary called from Oxford University. Earlier it was 6 meanings, but nowadays normally we use 4 meanings. It is applicable. So unless we study it, unless we follow a dictionary, we would never be able to understand this. But is not always preposition, but is not always conjunction, but is always not pronoun, but is not always adverb. So it fluctuates. The meaning fluctuates. In a sentence, you may find if you follow the but word, but you cannot make its meaning clear. None but he can do. You hear the but is not preposition, here is not but the pronoun, or it is something that you feel. But is here? No one but he can do this. Here, what is means only he. That means only means what? It is our knowledge that says it is an adverb. Only. But here it means only. So exactly we can develop our concept, our idea, our knowledge. We can have a stronghold at English. It does depend upon your understanding. So usually we the teachers sometimes do not have time to describe you while teaching text. And maximally I teach the text and the very same time just I describe about the grammatical concept and its meaning, why it is made clear, why it is made this word like this. So it is really very interesting. So we need to introduce ourselves into the dictionary, standard dictionary. And you can have it. It does depend upon your choice and which dictionary will favor you. A teacher must suggest. Always, of course. Their duty is to. So now I said a dictionary is a very important what is called the media or either just a tool for the learner specifically, for the student specifically, who is learning this English language. And with a good dictionary, you can do a lot. So always try to find out the word, just you find out a detected word, look up the meaning of that word in the dictionary. You see or you hear. Because you are curious minded, always you pay attention, and if you do find a new word and you always try to find out its meaning in the dictionary. So before that, I would say you need to know about noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, interjection, likewise. So whenever just you find a sentence, how can you make it meaning clear? So the translation you can interpret in your language if you do have the knowledge to follow the dictionary. And thereafter, you can check the following spelling of the words and its accent. So basically, I would say you, if you have this Android set or either computers, you can find its accent. How can you pronounce? These all important activities are to be picked up at the early stage. So thereafter, just you can find out whether it is plural, whether it is noun, whether it is adjective, how can it be used, or it is a past tense or either future. So that grammatical information about that word you can find it from dictionary, and thereafter you need to know the similar word is called the synonym. So it will help you to have your vocabulary strong. That means synonyms, then antonyms, and I know about homonyms. So that is a different part of the question. Then you can see the parts of speech of a word, of that word, how can you use and its meaning, and how can you say or apply elsewhere you need. So your application, and whenever just you find a new word and just you apply in a different way, learning it's a different meaning, then your partners, your friends, and they will be encouraged and they will start following you. So natural language exactly in English. So I always say you to be a good dictionary user. However, it is not enough to know what to use the dictionary for. And I say you must also decide which is the best dictionary for any of the purposes that usually you must find whenever just you start following dictionary. So I need not teach you about this. What shall I do? Whenever just you will start finding or searching the words in the dictionary or either just in electronic media, you will find a lot about this. More information are made. And we the teachers are not important much there. You yourself can learn it. So you see, self-teaching is best teaching, always. So I shall tell you, always try to follow. So knowing which dictionary to use, so now electronic dictionary means computers or either Android set is the best. One exactly we see we are the two kinds of students. Here we in India we are as considered to be the ESL students. English is second language. But up to 12 and And thereafter, English will be the first language, EFL, and previously it was ESL, English second language. And whenever just you will get admission in the college, it must be your first language. And for us, you all have such knowledge and concept. If you do not have, you can share this idea. Now, you are learning just in the schools, and English is usually it is considered to be the ESL, English as second language, and thereafter, whenever just you will get admission for further studies in high colleges or in universities with your choice of the subject, there you must get the faculties and the professor and the lecturers. They must deliver all that it means related to subject means definition, illustration, narration, what is its importance, the questions and the answer. So these thought can be, and it is our what is called not international language, but it is international language. But this is only the language, and it is the medium just to get more knowledge with about the subject. So, and I think you can follow me what I intend to say you or describe you and narrate you about this. So I do not like to elaborate it. So how can you find it? The dictionary, and whenever just you will start doing these things, you will be skilled enough and you will pick up the knowledge. How can you uh, use this one? How can you find out within the moment that word specifically and its details about the meaning of that one? How can it be used? And all the sentences and examples are made in the dictionary. It is made clear. So nowadays we are in an advantageous position. Being at house, you can learn a lot. You need not depend upon your teacher. The teachers are available at your house, at your table, and if you have that Android set or either e-medias, any means what is called gadgets, what is called laptops or computers, maybe desktop or that's laptop, does not matter for you. It does depend upon your availability of the choice that you can and easily available nowadays. All the students, they are learned and they are taught properly how what is the use of this, how can you use, why it has an important role in our day to day life. So I would ask you to follow the dictionary, and first of all, you must find in the dictionary the word. Thereafter, you will find the accent. Thereafter, find the words identification or denotation is in regard to parts of speech. Then examples. Then sentences. Then it's a different part of speech. Parts of speech. How can you use this one? So many things. And accent. It is important much. And there are phrases and a lot more information are made in the dictionary. There are, I think, earlier what I have studied in my student life, there's 11 directions you can find in a dictionary. Its origin. Because you know that English is a combined language. Greek, Latin, French, German also. So ultimately, you need to know what is its origin and where, from which country that word has been introduced in that English dictionary. So I shall say you at the first class, and thereafter I shall go in details about the dictionary. How can you find it? What is its importance, and how can you find all the what is called your need? How can you? So today I shall introduce only this, and thereafter I must say in details. So try to introduce yourself. Earlier I had 32 dictionaries or 28 or 28 or 32 dictionaries, but now I have given all that dictionary maximums. I have hardly now 10 maximum, and I have distributed it to my students and who do expose their curiosity. So that become that old is that had become that the old book, but it is an important and really earlier it was costly, but nowadays it is easily available in the Android set and your laptop or either just or desktop. So try to introduce yourself on to your dictionary, and thereafter I shall have more classes about a dictionary, and I shall suggest you how to follow the dictionary. So introduce yourself on and you learn a lot. All the definitions are made in dictionary. It is a linguistical made easy. So I simply suggest that. Suggest you all the students. Please try to follow. Okay. No more. Right now. And in the next, I must say more about this.